across the south coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. It's 4 o'clock and I'm Erin Dugan. It may not be coming home in the football, but the story is very different in the cricket. England have beaten Pakistan by 26 runs to win the Test series in Multan. Mark Wood bowled out both Pakistani batsmen to dismiss the hosts for 328, and his captain Ben Stokes was extremely proud of his teammates' achievements.
Hats off to the lads, and yet again there's some seriously tired bodies up there. Everyone's flew into this, and we've achieved something really special this week as the England cricket team.
Gareth Southgate is questioning his future as England manager. This comes after they lost 2-1 to France in the World Cup semi-finals on Saturday. Former international defender Danny Mills says that the lack of support from fans could cause Southgate to walk away.
He knows he will have the backing of people that he respects, at the FA and people in football. But when you've got so many fans being detractors and people shouting an awful lot of white noise in the background giving you a hard time, is it worth it?
After England's heartbreaking loss on Saturday, a lot of fingers were pointed towards the referee. It's a problem that has come up on several occasions so far in the tournament. Founder of EnglandFootball.org and football writer for The Times, Dom Smith, suggested that there was more than just the referee to blame for the Three Lions exit.
Not to claim that, of course, but Jude Bellingham said he didn't feel that the referee had played particularly well, and Harry Maguire was even stronger and kind of condemned the referee's performance. So, I think it was weak, but we've heard this morning that he's actually going to be kept on later in the tournament while the English referee Michael Oliver is sent home. So that's a bizarre situation. It's a bit low and a bit weak to blame the referee, and I think we should say that the referee had a bad game, but England are out of the tournament not for that reason, because they did end up with 2 penalties. I mean, you can have a bad refereeing display and still have 2 penalties. That's exactly what happened, but nevertheless, he didn't perform well on the night.
Now let's take a look forward to this week. Morocco face France in the World Cup semi-finals on Wednesday. After becoming the first African team to reach the Final Four of a World Cup, head coach Walid Regragui has no fear that his team can compete with the top nations.
They haven't managed to score in one goal, and it was an own goal. And I think that shows that we've been working hard in defence. But this is the most difficult tournament. And we played Croatia, Belgium, Canada, who are the best team in North America, Spain and Portugal. They're some of the best teams in terms of the intensity.
To preview the rest of the World Cup matches, football correspondent Liu Chin spoke to sports reporter and journalist James Saunders.
Croatia have yet again, and Argentina are in the semi-finals.
Pure Moroccan magic.
France are through to the semi-finals of the World Cup.
The World Cup semi-finals are upon us, and the excitement continues. Despite England's exit, the people of Southampton still showed their interest, saying who they think will win the tournament.
Yeah, France. For me, I prefer France. France is going to win this World Cup. They got Mbappe, they got Giroud.
Maybe France, maybe Leo Messi, maybe Mbappe, I don't know.
Croatia. I don't know, man. I just got a feeling it's their minute. It's their year.
I'll probably say France. They've been performing quite well recently, and they're one of the powerful teams left, so I'll probably guess them now.
Argentina. Well, I want them to win because of Messi. I think he'd be the GOAT then.
Well, not England anymore. France, maybe?
Trinidadian sports reporter and journalist James Saunders spoke a bit on the upcoming semi-finals.
Well, I expect it to be a very tough match. Croatia is a team that haven't conceded much. I expect that Argentina will dominate possession. They will have a lot more of the ball than Croatia, which has worked well for Croatia. However, having seen how Saudi Arabia would have set up versus Argentina, I'm not quite certain if Lionel Scaloni has found solutions outside of Messi to get past teams like that who sit in a low block.
He said that this will be the biggest test for the Moroccans, but some of the injuries that they have may be a huge concern.
Yeah, I guess this will be the ultimate test for the Moroccan defense. I think it's not just a case of whether or not they can keep them out. I mean, they kept out Belgium, the world-ranked number 2 team. They kept out Spain, which were the Euro finalists, semi-finalists. They also kept out in the last game a Portugal team that scored 6 in the game prior to that. So in terms of how good they are, they're a very good team. What concerns me though for Morocco is the fact that they picked up a lot of key injuries in their last match. I think that is gonna work big time, and it would really test their mettle.
He says that the French will come into this game full of confidence and expects an Argentina-France final, giving France the edge.
They'll have all the confidence in the world. I mean, they're the defending world champions, France. They've got one of the best players in the world, Kylian Mbappe, in the lineup for them. So, I definitely agree, and I think that they will be the more confident team going into this match.
So a month of exciting football is nearly at its end, but there's still a lot of action to come. Liu Chin, Solent Sports News.
In local news, Southampton women have been knocked out of the FA Cup. They lost to Bristol City, who currently sit 1 point above them in the Women's Championship table. The 2-0 defeat came courtesy of the Vixens Shania Hales and Emily Syme. The Premiership Rugby League is heading towards a relaunch in the 2024-25 season. After the demise of Wasps and Worcester due to monetary reasons, boss Simon Massey Taylor wants to establish a new system in the league. The system will introduce a panel to oversee spending and finances to avoid further teams going into administration. And finally, Jess Thirlby has named her squad for the upcoming Netball Test Series against Jamaica in January. Along with the expected names, 28-year-old Leeds Rhinos player Elle McDonald has been selected for her first cap as an England Rose. A notable name to have missed out is Loughborough Lightning's Beth Cobden, who was named in the Super League Team of the Season for 2022. And that's all from today. Thank you very much for listening, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you again in the new year. Goodbye.